Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here. A little late, yes, but better late than never. And I still, even though the weather was okay, um, I ended up, doing the alternative. So here we are. This is what we're looking at right now. Is MyFitnessPal's blog. And they make very, very interesting articles. Definitely worth a read or two. And this article in particular, the Dear Trainer, if I'm not sweating, is my workout hard enough? I've always been curious about this since I've started, um, walking more. I'm wondering, well, now it's like I'm not really sweating as much as, say, like when I first started. And when I first started, it was around the end of summer. So the only thing is, during the summer, I was sweating a little bit. Face was pretty moist, but now since we're in the fall and temperature has changed quite a bit, not really sweating so much. And this is me walking at like around 9:45, 10 o'clock ish. I try to walk earlier, but sometimes especially on days where I walk with my mother, it's almost not feasible. So yeah, Shanna Verstegen, I hope I said your name right, wrote this article, and I wanted to go over it with you all. So it says, trainers get asked all kinds of questions, which makes sense. The gym can be an intimidating place with trends coming and going by the second. How can a person keep up with it all? We've been collecting questions and asking trainers for answers. If you have a question of your own, leave it in the comments below, and yours just might be answered next. So, the namesake of the title of this article is I'm not sweating during my workouts, but I feel like I'm working hard. Is this normal? How much you sweat and how difficult your workout is aren't always related. Let's take a deeper dive into sweat. So, why we sweat? Sweating is all about temperature control. Once our body temperature surpasses 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, sweat glands are triggered to release a mixture of sodium chloride, salt, other electrolytes, and water. As the sweat evaporates, some heat is taken with it, thus cooling the skin. During exercise, a combination of temperature increase and an elevation of heart rate, blood pressure, and muscle stimulation causes the body to excrete more sweat. Sweat variance. The frequency of brow wiping varies from person to person. Let me tell y'all, I sweat very easily. It doesn't help that I'm a big girl, but I do tend to sweat a whole lot easier than, say, the average person. So, yeah, it varies from person to person and workout to workout. The overall size of the exerciser, the overall size of the exerciser, size and number of sweat glands, hormonal fluctuations, humidity, temperature, stress levels, and certain medications can all play a role in this variance. Some research in PLOS One, I'm not familiar with what PLOS is, but indicates that the fitter the individual, the sooner and more prevalent their perspiration. So how fit somebody is, you sweat a whole lot easier. What? Okay, this is due to our body's ability to adapt to exercise and cooling. Oh goodness. And cooling oneself down, especially in hotter temperatures, is one of these adaptations. However, too much sweat during a resting state, especially in the underarms and on the palms, can be a sign of a common condition known as hyperhidrosis. And once again, a visit to the doctor is recommended. On the other hand, if you're not sweating during your workout, there are a few things to take into consideration. Are you drinking enough? Dehydration is the first thing to consider. When someone is not sweating during a workout and they are working hard, one of the first things I look for is whether they are properly hydrated. Oh, goodness, I'm yawning too much, y'all. Says Todd Durkin, a certified strength and conditioning coach and owner of Fitness Quest 10. I'll ask them about their water intake or even their coffee caffeine intake, as that could leave people dehydrated. For those that don't know, coffee, caffeine, that's caffeine's a diuretic, so it's gonna make you excrete more water, go to the bathroom, and if you drink more water, if you drink more caffeine, you're liable to make yourself pee a lot more often. So what kind of workout are you doing? The type of workout and exercises selected can also affect sweat levels, according to Mark Cheng, PhD. I spent the majority of my life in the martial arts and Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is the foundation for most of my training. When I started training as a child, my father told me that the hardest training session will probably be the ones where it seems like I was doing nothing. And he was right. Yeah, I don't know why I'm yawning. I should have did this episode of Wellness Wednesday earlier. The training sessions where I either looked like I was standing still or moving in super slow motion, completely devoid of momentum or overt athleticism, were the ones that left my muscles aching and growing. What kind of medications are you taking? If you feel like you are properly hydrated, still working intensely, there may be a medical issue to blame. Certain drugs, skin diseases, neurological disorders, or trauma to the sweat glands could also be the origin. Thus, consulting with your doctor is a good idea if you are concerned. I want to say off the top of my head that maybe, well, take your typical deodorant with antiperspirant. The antiperspirant is aluminum. So a lot of things that contain aluminum. I was gonna say Maalox, but actually Maalox has both aluminum and magnesium. So they counteract each other. Like aluminum kind of constipates you while magnesium makes a laxative. So, think of like if you're taking anything with aluminum in it, that could cause you to have this like no sweating condition, like even if you like feel like you're working yourself to death. But if you're working very intensely, you probably should be able to still be sweating. But like if you chronically take like an aluminum compound or whatnot, that's a example of a medication that can cause you to prevent sweating. So the bottom line, depending on the workout, the environment, and the individual, there will be a high variance on the size of puddle on your exercise mat. It is important to be mindful of the lack of sweating or sweating too much without exercise, as these could be signs of a medical condition. Sweat itself is not an indicator of workout performance, as Chen points out. If sweat was the best arbiter of a workout's usefulness, then a sauna should be the end all be all of workouts. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, I do agree with this article. Like, for these walks that I go on, like I kind of try to vary it from half a mile to a mile a day. And I just noticed that, yeah, for the half mile walks, I don't sweat, but my legs, thighs have like this, burning sensation because, I've been using them during the exercise. So, no sweat, but my legs feel the burn. And, hey, that's good enough for me. But yeah, y'all, that's going to do it for this episode of Wellness Wednesday. It was just an article review this time around. And yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you do exercise regularly, are you concerned with, your absence of sweat? Like, do you feel that you're not working out hard enough? Or do you feel as though, hey, as long as I feel the burn in my targeted muscles, that should be good enough? So yeah, y'all, that's going to do it for this episode of Wellness Wednesday. I know I said that again, but I'm just talking off the cuff. And yes, I will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. What we're going to do for Thirsty Thursday, well, you just have to tune in and find out. It's probably not going to be as healthy as like these discussions we have. So, yeah, that's a clue if anything. So you probably know what kind of drink I'm going to indulge in. So, yeah, I will see you then. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. Yeah, any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, like I always say, leave it in the comment section below. Any and all are welcome, greatly appreciated. And folks, I gotta go ahead and make dinner, so take care, take it easy, make it a great day today and every day, and see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So this is Sasha signing off. Take care. And bye now.